She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap, clap.
The same curve. I always run over that. She's got respectable girth. He's can get it on. He's got the dong. He's got the dong. He can get it on. Dong. Wow. Dong. Wow. This is going to be like 2 videos, but it's like the same day. It's gonna be a bit weird, I guess. Anyway, so this first video, I'm going to talk about a bit about my health update, and I want to show you guys what my blood sugar is. I have been taking my blood sugar. It's kind of a problem. Well, it is a problem, a big enough problem. So let me get to that first. But even my fasting blood sugar is like pretty high. So 316. That's really high from what I gather. I'm not used to the MGDL. Usually it's MMOL from when I was in Canada. I had that machine. So my blood sugars have rocketed in not that long. To clarify something, because I know in one of my previous videos I said that I had my sugar was like 6. What I meant by that was recent, not too long ago. Like within the past month, I've had my blood tested. Everything was normal. Except for, yes, my liver enzymes, CBC, everything. All STD tests negative. I just had a lot of blood work done. The only thing that was a little abnormal that one time was my blood pressure, which I don't remember what it was. You know, I know I'm not taking care of my health. I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, you know, anyone with eyes can see that I'm not taking very good care of my health. 316, when I fast and wake up and take my blood sugar, it was 230, around that. So, which is still high. It should be like I think around 100 if I'm not mistaken. You know, I told Salah my blood sugar is pretty high, and he said I'll take you to a doctor tomorrow whenever I took my blood sugar for the first time. It was like 369 when I took it that night. Damn. It was after a day of not eating very well, and so I told the doctor about my problem. My blood pressure is also high. So before I go on any medications, I just want to give it an honest try for now with diet and exercise, which they did say is the main thing that will help if I reduce some weight. Of course, they say limit carbs, which I understand now, processed, like limiting the sugar, because I have a problem regulating sugar now. So I need to really limit that in my body, at least until I can get this under control. I'm going to go back in a month's time, and if my blood sugars are still out of whack, I'll have to go on medication. I don't think I've ever really tried super hard, because when it gets really hard, which it really is, I just give up. You know, I just give up, I panic, I listen to the urges, and I just don't give it enough of a try. Getting up there in age, I'm 39, I could be living a very active, happier life, healthier, you know, health is happiness for sure. I don't feel well. I feel like I have no energy. I feel like I'm 80 years old. Let's face it, I probably really physically have the, you know, the physical capabilities. Some even 80-year-olds even have more of physical capabilities than me. And I'm not being hard on myself. I'm just actually being really realistic that that's how I feel. And it's a lot worse than it's ever been, feelings wise. I need to start with my diet. I need to cut out all of the bad things, and it's just really bad how I eat. So I haven't really been ordering out, but I have been cooking a lot of things at home. Like if I don't order out, I'm all day cooking things, you know, like I'm gonna make a cobbler, I'm gonna make cookies, I'm gonna make poutine. You know, I find ways to get to the bad food, and even if it takes more effort. The last time I weighed myself not long ago, I was 350 or 360.
You're a lie. You're a lie.
So I'm gonna weigh myself tomorrow morning, film that. I'm not doing this for any other reason than to just be transparent with myself mostly, and just get better, you know. And I want to have some kind of online support system. And I say that, but I'm afraid that I'll let people down. But there's not really much more option for failure at this point. I mean, my health is not good. You know, I was in denial so long about that, like, because I thought I'm pre-diabetic, I'm not going to become diabetic. I don't know why I was in such denial that I would ever get diabetes. I have another video I'm going to put out. It's going to be a what I eat in a day video. I noticed some habits of myself that by watching this video. I just don't seem to care about portion size or how much of something I eat. You know, at one point I ate 3 corns on the cob with almost a whole stick of butter. So I mean, I just instead of measuring out 1 or 2 tablespoons. I just don't ever care about those things. I don't take the time to be thoughtful or mindful about what I put in my mouth and the quantity of it. I just eat. I just eat and I just eat. You know, if I'm stressed out, if I'm working on something, if I'm stressed out dealing with something, I say, okay, I'm going to take a snack break, and I just eat something very palatable, something not good for me. You know, maybe like 2-3 small bags of chips with like half a brick of cheese or something like that. My hormones are out of whack. You know, we all have natural hormones that tell us when we're hungry, when to stop. I don't even listen to those. They're like, I have to do something about it. But I wanted to do a diary full day of how I eat. So I was gonna say what I eat on a bad day. The reality is every day is a bad day because I eat like this pretty much every day. The amount of full good days I've had in a long time are near zero. I end up caving at night, being so hungry or just not being able to give into those urges. They're very overwhelming. Been severely abusing myself with food a lot of times. I, you know, just overeat way too many of the bad things, and it just has to stop. It's just, for me, it scares me, the thought of raw dogging life. Like, I know that's, you know, one of the things I need to do to not exacerbate this diabetes. I guess smoking can make it worse, and I smoke a lot of shisha. Sometimes I smoke menthols. You know, that's also a comfort. That's an escape. And then there's food, which is my biggest escape, my biggest comfort. And if I take those away, I feel like I'm raw dogging life. Going through life is going to be boring. It's going to be horrible. And that's it. Tomorrow is hopefully going to be turning a new leaf. And yeah, I'm gonna try harder than I've ever tried. I have to. I'm scared by what I'm seeing. I don't know. It's probably still not enough, you know, for me to be ready to do this. The thing is, I'll never be ready. I'm waiting to be ready. I'll never be ready. I never ever want to go through the discomfort of having to change. And I need you guys to remind me of that anytime I feel like caving, ordering crap, just all that kind of stuff. Here it is, my food diary of a whole day of eating, how I eat normally. All right, so here's meal number 1. Some leftover mac and cheese. That's the last of it. Had some yesterday. Bunch of chicken strips, black olives, chunk of halloumi cheese, some mayo and ketchup. And I'm gonna have that with an orange drink and some water, cold water. And that's gonna be my first meal. I made this berry crumble. Has like mixed berries and just like the crumble top, oatmeal flour, sugar, brown sugar, and oats. Alright, so next thing I'm eating is a can of tuna, mayonnaise, yellow mustard, salt, pepper, and some fresh dill with 2 orange drinks and some more water. So the next thing I'm going to eat is some corn on the cob, which is frozen. I boiled. I'm not going to eat the whole stick of butter, but I'm going to use probably a good portion with some salt. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to eat is some leftover beef stew or mafe with some rice, and we still have some leftover. It's so much better the next day, and it's about 11 p.m. right now. All right, I'm gonna have a bowl of my homemade mixed berry cobbler. It's so delicious, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna have now. And I guess I'll end the video here. I don't think I'll be eating anything else, maybe just some sunflower seeds while we watch a movie. But that's all I'm going to have for today. And again, tomorrow I'm going to start fresh and try to make some healthy, low-carb, low-sugar meals to get my diabetes in check. So we'll see you guys in the next one. See you tomorrow. Bye!